everyone, welcome back to RachandBellaCrafts. Rachel here, hope you're all well. So in case you haven't guessed, today is time for the monthly unboxing of the Your Creative Studio box. There was a bit of a mix-up over the Christmas period. There were problems with postages and wanting another deliveries because of the, the COVID and everything. So the months have gotten a bit jumbled up, but it's currently March and this is the box I've had today, so we're going to go with that. Looking at the card that comes with it, I'm guessing it's something to do with wildflowers, judging by the lovely verse that's on the bottom of this card. But look how cute that card is. These are just lovely. I love these cards because you can use them as ephemera in your projects. Okay, so without further ado, let us have a little look and see what we've got. Oh my goodness, I'm already excited. Okay, look at all these lovely goodies. So the first thing I've picked up here is some lovely like vellum paper with little butterflies and images printed onto them there. Oop, sorry, come back here a bit. There we go. So they are just gorgeous. So they'll make lovely ephemera and they'll be great for like page layouts and stuff. And yeah, they are just vellum. They're not sticky. And I think that's slightly perfect there. I'm not sure if that's if you want to break them. So this one here then is The Pursuit of Happiness. Oh, we got a little book of tickets. Oh my goodness, you never have too many tickets, can you? And they are really thin as well. They're like, it's almost like onion paper actually. That's cool. Because I've got them in paper version, but that's a little bit different, that is. So yeah, fab. We're loving those, loving those. Oh my gosh, look at these beautiful papers in here. So this is the little pack of papers that we sometimes get. And this time they are all different patterns. Look at these. Wow. Oh my goodness, my brain is going into overdrive already because obviously we're getting ready for the collaboration next month. And these will be perfect. These will work perfectly with what I've got planned. Oh, I love them. They are just lovely. So I'm going to just lay those down there so you can continue to have a lovely look. There we go. Very nice. Marvellous. Okay, what else have we got in here? So we've got a pack of the transfer stickers. Again, in the lovely wildflower theme. Brilliant. And then in here, this is a pack of tickets. Oh, these are cute. I haven't seen anything like this before. So it's a pack of tickets. I think there's, I'm just trying to work out, I think there's 3 in there. 1, 2, 3. And then obviously there's all of those in there. I haven't got my reading glasses on, otherwise I would tell you how many's in there. But yeah, they look amazing. In fact, let me just see if I can get into the plastic a second. Because you know me and packaging, we don't get on. Here we go. Let's see if that'll do it. No. Okay, there we go. We're in. We're in. Yay. Okay. Fabulous. Right. Oh my goodness, look at these. Wow. It's got little bunnies on there, birds. Oh wow, these are beautiful. Bella. Wow, 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 wow. Look at these. Oh my gosh, these are beautiful for spring, for bunnies. Oh my gosh, this is just going to go so well with my project for next month. Amazing. I love it. Oh, look. These are just gorgeous. What a lovely collection of tickets. You know, I don't use tickets much, but oh, I can see that's going to change. And then at the back, you've got this beautiful bookmark as well. Excellent. So that's the tickets. And I do think they're actually stickers. But you know me and stickers, guys, we don't always get on. So, but I've found a way past that, so I'm not going to worry about it. In here, we have got a cling stamp. Let's have a little look. What have we got in here? Oh, we've got a couple. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at these. You know, I was only thinking the other day I could do with some wildflower stamps. So if I pop them like that on my hand, you should be able to then see. I come up nice and close. Hopefully you're in focus. But they are all beautiful little wildflower stems. So they are amazing. We'll be giving those a try in a bit. Let's pop those in there. Keep them safe. And then in here we've got another cling stamp. Oop, let's move that out of the way. Oh, that's a nice one with a bit of script on the back. Oh, look at that one, look. That looks gorgeous. Think of all the different colours you could do that in. It'd be quite nice and gold, actually, wouldn't it? Just to kind of like pick the colour out on the page. And then in here, I don't know where to go next. There's so much to look at. This is lush. I love this theme. Love it. And then in here we have got a washi tape. Ooh, that's pretty. There we go. So that's got wildflowers and seed stems on. That's really lovely. Amazing. And then in here, what have we got in here? Ooh, my goodness, look at these. Okay, wow. Huh. Do you know what? You won't believe this. I literally sat last night and fussy cut a load of words, like literally loads and loads of words. And I was only thinking at the time, I should be doing this labels really. Thank goodness I didn't. Look. Wow, these are amazing. So you've got all these tiny, tiny little ones. Oh my gosh, these are lush. I love them. Absolutely brilliant. All different shapes. So they'd be nice to get your stamps on, like, and you can stamp on the side. I love the blank ones. They're great because you can do whatever you want with them then, can't you? That is fabulous. Lots of different shapes and sizes. And yep, these are going to be great for page layouts and for dolling up your ephemera. Oh, that's nice. It's got a bit of a, almost like a texture to it as well. Very nice. My goodness, look at the variety in here. There's literally every shape and size of label that you could imagine. Amazing. Oh, I love it. And they just keep coming, look. All different. Oh, that's another one there, look. Ooh, that's a nice shape. I've never done like that before. And that one. It looks like a stop sign. Cool. And then we got these, oh, look, these little dirty tiny ones here. These are so cute. I don't lose any. I love them. Fab. And what's that one behind there? Ooh, look. Yeah, loving them. Brilliant. So that's a really good box of labels there. Right, just gotta see now I can get this back in here. And I'm loving the box too. Won't be losing those. Perhaps just need to write on there labels so I know that that's what's in there. Fabulous. Love those. And then here we have deco stickers. So we've got a really nice selection here. Oh gosh, these are nice for embellishing your pages. Look at these. So we've got a nice little leaf one there. That's a lovely one there as well. Oh, I like that one. That's really pretty. Yeah, these are my kind of flowers. This is the sort of thing I like to grow in my garden. Which actually today we've had, what I would say is actually the first day of spring, I think. But it's been gorgeous out. Sadly, I've only seen it through the window from the office because it's been a bit of a busy manic day in work. But it's been just so nice to drive back and forth to work with a blue sky. Think of all these beautiful flowers that are going to come up in our gardens. Oh, these are just lovely. There's another one there. Again, it's nice to have some leafy ones, isn't it? Sometimes you just want a bit of a stem. Oh, and there's a fern. Gotta have a fern. And another one there. Loving those. And small leaves there. And these, which I can't think of the name of what they are, but they look great. Oh, and some blues. Loving those. Great. Now, looking at them, they look to be transparent. I'm just gonna, yeah, I think, well, frosted transparent maybe. So yeah, we love those. They are fabulous. I can't wait to play with this kit now. Cannot wait. This is just what we needed, isn't it? After the long miserable winter that we've all had. And there's nothing better to brighten it up than some flowers. Fabulous. There we go. So that's those in there. I have to make sure I put them back because I'm always afraid I'm going to lose them. Oh, look at these. Paper ephemera. These look like journaling cards. Gosh, it's a good pack of them too. Right, so they're slightly shiny to finish, but they are double-sided. So you literally can pop these in your journal, pop and go. And again, like we did with some of the ones from last month, you could use these as pockets, use them as journal cards. The ends are rounded off already, so that's a really nice touch. I think they are the same there. Oh, I like that one. You could put a label in the middle there, look, couldn't you? And then you could, I wonder if you can write on the back. I don't know, let's have a look. Oh, you can, there we are. There we go, so it doesn't rub off, that's fine, because I was just wondering, because it's shiny, will it take being written on? But yeah, that's fine. So I can, as long as I can write my name. That's another design there as well. So I think that's 3 different designs in there. Lovely, loving those very, very much. It's always handy to have ready to go ephemera, isn't it? And then we've got here, these again, they match the same sort of pattern. You could, again, you could put a whole journal together with what we've got here. Like last month was like that, wasn't it? I did actually do a whole journal just using the ephemera from Your Creative Studio. Now these are stickers, so that's interesting. So they could be stuck onto whatever. Use them to cover book pages or anything. But yeah, so that's different, isn't it? And they've got nice backgrounds to them, bit of blend in there. Oh, I love that one. They really are lovely. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of those. I think that's instead of the rice papers this time. So obviously trying something a little bit new, which is cool. We like new. I love that. Such beautiful images on here. And then last but not least, we have this lovely pack here then of what I think is, oh my gosh, look at these. Goodness, I don't even know how to describe that. It almost feels like vellum, but it is actually paper. But it's really lightweight and thin. Gosh, it's gorgeous. So you've got 4 of that design there. So let's have a little look. How many have we got in here? So that's another design there. And then you've got another design there. Gosh, there's stacks in here. And another one. And another one. Wow. Well, they're just lush. I love those. Again, you could do all sorts of things with those. Cover up your book pages with them. They're a little bit large for a journaling card, but certainly would be lovely to, you know, fold up and pop in journals. You've got a bit of writing paper on the back and then you've got to disturb the front. I love it. Absolutely love it. So that is this month's unboxing rather of Your Creative Studio. And if you'd like to hang around, I'm just going to get tidied up and then we'll see what we can create with them. Be right back. Wow, my goodness. I think that might be the longest I've gone between filming the first part of an unboxing to filming the second part. I have actually had great fun most of the week using the Creative Studio box. I'm going to share with you all now what I have done. First of all, I'm just finishing up my little scrappy cluster here, which I think, I'm sure you'll agree, goes rather nicely with the theme of my journal. So while I'm just finishing stitching this button on, you might like to have a little look at the cover that I have made here for the little journal I've made. What I've basically done is I've made a traveler's notebook and cover entirely out of the contents of the Creative Studio box. I've used 1 or 2 little elements from one of the earlier boxes, but it's all come from Creative Studio, so I haven't used you know, any of the kits or anything like that. Literally it's all been made up from everything that was in this month's box. This month's box was amazing, I've got to be honest. They just seem to get better and better and better. You know, I haven't had a bad one, but they just keep on improving. They're brilliant. So let me just quickly walk you through what I have done here. I'm going to pop that on there a sec just to keep that down. So, oh, please excuse the sound of my washing machine in the background. It sounds like a space rocket about to take off. So what I've done is I've taken a sheet of, it was actually an old piece of Braille card. So it's like the cardstock stuff that we use. I have just folded it to suit the shape that I wanted. I've tucked the bottom up. I've flipped that bit in there, so I've got a little pocket in here. And I did flip that side in as well, but I didn't want the tuck there. And then I took some of these papers that came with the kit here, cut them down, I think I folded that edge, and I've just popped them in as a bit of a background in there. So one of the last things I need to do now, I'm going to do that with you in a sec, is I'm going to pop some lace across the top just to finish that bit off there. And I also want to just add something across the bottom here. But what I have then also managed to do is incorporate 2 nice deep pockets in the front. So super pleased with those. Like I say, just got to finish off a little bit on the cover there. But on this side of the cover, well, the cover, what I've actually done is I've used some of those lovely little floral sheets that came with it, and I've just, you know, taken some sections of those, and I did a bit of a patchwork quilt kind of design. I've used 2 bits of fabric out of my scrap box, and again used one of those beautiful picture cards, because these were just so lovely and versatile. And then for the front, what I actually did here was I took loads of scrap bits of paper that I had just had, like, you know the bits that you slice off when something's too big. I had a couple of those. I've added to it a few of the floral bits. I literally chucked them all into my little tray, which I have. Oh, here we are. I'll show you here now. I have this tray here where I chuck all my what I put, I should say. So in there goes all my scrappy bits, and I literally used, what did I put in there? I put some of this distress spray in there. I stamped on everything. I did a bit of a, I know Louise Heinzel has done a few different things where she's, you know, chucked it on a tray and basically, you know, tried different mixed medias on it. So I kind of went with her system there, and I was really pleased how they turned out. So I had just little pieces that were no bigger than, you know, this size, and then I just randomly stuck them all onto the cover. So I hope you can see kind of what I've done there. I inked each one just to give them a little bit of definition, and yeah, just stuck them into place, and then did a stitch around the edge just to finish it off. And then on top of that, then I overlaid one of the again, one of these pages here, you know, and underneath then I put an old vintage you know, doily cup holder thing. So but I was really pleased with that. It was something I wanted to try for quite a while, and this just kind of, I thought this project lent itself to it quite nicely. My thread actually ran out on this bit here. I'd gone ploughing on and not realised that the thread wasn't working properly, and I realised afterwards what it was. This is actually one of the sticky these ones here. So there's some larger ones that are yellow backed, and they are actually sticker, so you can peel it off and just obviously stick them on. Obviously I tried stitching around it. Well, the effect then was like trying to stitch into wet glue, so my sewing machine completely objected to it, as I'm sure we would as well, and I had a lot then of holes, and it wasn't actually leaving any stitching. But I'm not worried. I think it adds to the character of it. It's you know, it's meant to look like a real scrappy, vintagey, you know, notebook, and I think that I've achieved that look. So I'm quite happy with that. I'm not worried at all about the finish. I'm leaving it all rough around the edges. This is very not like how I like to do things normally, but I actually love it. So like I say, I'm going to add a little bit of lace up here now in a second, and then I will show you what I've done inside. But the last thing that I wanted to do to the front is to add this. So this is just a bit of printed linen that I think Mum actually did this for me a little while ago. So, but yeah, I have to be honest, I've really enjoyed working with this kit this week. It's been nice to just have something to dip in and out of. I think I did have quite a late night in the middle of the week, which kind of wrecked me for work the next day, but I was all right. I wanted to get it finished, but it's taken me a couple more days now to be able to come back and just do my video. We've had a bit of a hectic week actually. It's been a bit chaotic with work as well. So yeah, all good though, all good. There we go. Journal, just in case any of us were confused about what it is. Just to remind us. Right, so I am going to just use, I'm going to put those little scrappy things over there a second. Just remind me I haven't stitched that button on there, because I'll pick it up, drop it and forget, and also move my needle a minute before I lose that in the fray. Okay, so let's just get organised here. Right, I just want to add another label in here, so I'm just going to show you kind of what I've been doing with these, and then I'm going to pop a bit of lace up here, and I'm hoping that this bit here might be wide enough for me to use, because this is real antique stuff. Oh yes, and I'm going to just pop that this. I'm just going to move my signature out the way a moment. I'm going to pop that on the top. Now I know it's all like crumpled and creased, but that's fine because that completely fits the brief of what I'm doing here. Everything in it is meant to look like it's been salvaged from somewhere. So this is a real vintagey feel notebook. I think it's the first one of these I've actually done because I'm normally quite prescriptive, is that perhaps the word I'm looking for, in my style. I like everything to be, you know, done a certain way. I'm trying to get a bit more adventurous, but it's difficult sometimes because, especially when we're doing tutorials, because obviously you're trying to, you know, show people examples of how to do things a certain way. Well, it kind of goes against the grain to show somebody how to do something that kind of feels a little bit messy. But actually, I've really enjoyed doing this, and I've enjoyed leaving that effect that it looks older because I'm not being perfect about it. Does that make sense? I do apologise for the state of my hands. We were actually doing some DIY yesterday, and I had to replace the pipework under my kitchen sink, and in the process of cutting the waste pipe with a hacksaw, I ended up with a few cuts to my hands. So I do apologise, they're looking a bit rough this morning. Oh dear. The joys of being a 21st century woman, eh? See, we want this independence, you know, and then you've got to be able to back it up, haven't you? So, no, I do actually quite enjoy DIY. And I like that feeling of, you know, you've done something, you achieve it, and then every time you look at it, you think, yeah, I did that. It's a good feeling, isn't it? It's nice to be able to do things and not have to rely on people. So, what colour should we put here? I'm thinking maybe we put that there because that looks quite nice. So yeah, again, all I've done really is just, you know, tear a little bit here, tear a little bit there. These papers that came with it were just brilliant for this, and really finish things off nicely. So yeah, couldn't recommend it highly enough. I've got to be honest, I've always been a bit stumped with this kind of ephemera. I know, you know, we get things from, like, a lot of you buy things from like places like Wish or Shein, and I've always been a bit kind of like not really sure what to do with that. But I have to be honest, this has been really easy, and it's kind of made me get out of my comfort zone a bit and think outside the box. I don't tend to do an awful lot of page layouts, mainly because I use, you know, doing tutorials for ephemera and one thing and another. But yes, again, really enjoyed it. So these stamps are brilliant. Can't recommend them enough. Oh, actually, what have I done with? Looking around. Oh, I can see it. If that wasn't enough of a clue, I absolutely have to tidy up my desk today because I'm struggling to find things now. But no, I was just thinking, I had this lovely set of blocks bought for me recently, and I still don't know who sent them to me. So if it was you, please let me know because I would like to thank you. But yeah, so I just thought I'd give this a try a second, see if that'll... Okay, so I thought we're just gonna try out this stamp on here. What I try to do is put something underneath if I'm using a long one, because it'll catch then the back of it. Oh, there we go. Very nice. Very nice indeed. They actually print very well, these stamps. You can see I've used them in lots of different places. The places where it is quite faint, like here for instance, that is purposeful. I didn't want to, you know, overdo it on some areas, and I didn't want the ink to be too vibrant because obviously I wanted it to have kind of an old feel about it. So it's not that they weren't leaving a good design. As you can see there, you know, it comes out really nicely, that one there. I don't know what that text is on there, but the handwriting is absolutely gorgeous. Now, is this a sticker on here? And we can have issues? No, we haven't got issues. Oh my goodness, there we are, straight off. Wonderful. Good, because that drives me at the wall when I can't get the sticker backing off. it's always my hands, not the fault of the actual product. And I'm just going to pop these. Incidentally, were absolutely amazing, these stickers. They're so versatile and they've been an absolute pleasure to work with. There were lots of different shapes and sizes in there, and you really could do, you know, just loads of things with them. And again, they weren't that tricky to unpeel either, so that was quite nice. I've used them quite a bit throughout the journal. Yeah, and they just, like I say, you can just do lots of different things with them. So she's saying now, do you know what, I didn't have any issues getting like these sticker fronts off the other day, none at all. Now for the camera on, they're playing up. Isn't it just like it? Okay, there we go. Lovely. Love them. Okay, so the last bit now, I'm just wondering, well, if I might put a bit of the washi down there actually, which I have put in my drawer of my special washies from Creative Studio. Okay, which always fits the theme because they're quite marvellous. Now, what edge should we go with? This one here, maybe? Right, I'm just going to straighten that edge there because I think that might irritate me. I did read the comment the other day, by the way. I can't remember who left it, sorry, about me not locking my scissors. And I think I frightened somebody because they thought I was going to cut my journal. So, note taken, I shall make it more of an effort to lock my scissors. Don't panic. I would never cut my journal. I know I may look awkward with the things I'm doing on screen, but I'm good, don't worry. I won't go cutting into anything I shouldn't. But I shall try my very best to ensure I lock them. There we go. I think I got put off with the others because they kept springing open and frightening me to death that I started then not locking them. But now I've got these lovely new scissors from my girls from my admin team, which they very kindly bought me for my birthday. So I will endeavour to make sure I keep them locked. There we go. So that looks pretty good. I'm not going to over fuss this at all. I'm perfectly happy with how that looks now. Front done, yep, excellent. I mean, you could go on and on and on. You could layer and layer and layer as much as you wanted to, but I'm quite happy with that. So let's have a quick look now at the signature before I sew it in. Or should we stitch it in first? Yeah, no, let's stitch it in first, and then it'll be easier then for me to give you a little whistle-stop tour. So what thread are we going to use? So bear with while I just very quickly bind the journal. For those of you that are new and have not seen this being done before, you can quickly watch me do this now and hopefully realise it's not as terrifying as it may first appear. I know I used to be quite scared about binding journals, but I wonder if I can use that little scrappy bit there. In my journal binding box, it does look a bit messy, but actually I just keep all of the ends, you see, that have been left over, because more often than not with another project, and you'll find that it'll fit something, you know, rather than throwing it away. So ideally you would cut 2.5 times the length, but I'm just going to do 2 holes with this one and then and tie it, and I think that will be more than enough to do that. So let me just quickly thread my needle, which I'm always amazed when it goes in first time. Yay! Okay, so pop that there just a second. I'm just going to ensure now everything is where I want it to be. And again, I haven't even cut everything uniform, or, you know, is that little bit pulling top, but that's fine. I like that. I think that looks great. I'm happy with where that is. Just before you do bind your journal, just always make sure, obviously, that you check the inside and, you know, everything's lying where you want it to. So if we're intending to kind of haphazardly layer pages or one thing or another, just make sure that they're all sitting where you'd like them to be and that they're on the crease, because sometimes things can slip down inside, especially when you've done the work on your pages before binding it. If that makes sense. There we go. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So let's just pop that now into the centre of there. This is a very quick and casual way to bind a journal. I appreciate that obviously with a bigger journal, you know, I would take much more time and possibly clamp the pages, but I'm not going to do that today because I don't feel the need. I'm going to simply create a hole there, and I'm going to create a hole there. There we are. And we're going to go down through one. I had to think about that then. And then back into the other, and hopefully, yay! Yeah, that was painless, wasn't it? And I should just have enough thread there now to tie that into a knot. And then again, we've been able to do everything in this journal with either the box or with some scraps, which is a really nice feeling, isn't it? When you're not, you know, draining resources to do things. And it really truly feels then like you've created a proper traditional junk journal. You know, I'm quite aware that a lot of what I make is more handmade journals, but it's nice to actually have a go sometimes and make a proper junky journal. There we are, let me just put that away. Right, if I lost that needle. Right, okay, let's have a look inside. Oh, that feels nice, now it's in. Yes, and you can't even see that binding thread. Good colour. Right, so I've shown you my pocket in the front. Obviously, I haven't made any coordinating ephemera to go in there as yet, but this pack of scientific, well, they're foreign papers. I'm not going to even pretend to know which language they're in, but it looks amazing, and the graphics were just a pleasure to work with. So, yeah, I might even pop another one in there actually, just to have that bit of difference of colour. There we go. So you've seen how I've done just this little bit on here. Again, I've explained this is an old braille bit of card. The stitching I've added old vintage lace, and then I've added stitching now on this page. I'm going to talk to you about stitching as I go through, because I think that perhaps we don't think about that much, you know, as maybe we should do. We do it, but we just do it without thinking. So this is a page for you to journal on, and it's a nice page to journal on because there's no bumps or anything on the other side. This wonderful box of labels that came with the kit, I have used one there just as a little tab. They are stickers, so what I did was I just left the bit on the back there to prevent that from being too sticky. Again, I've used one of those little labels here. I've done a little bit of stamping, and I've just added that little bit of stitching. Now here I've used it, and I've tried to use it throughout this journal more decoratively and to kind of add texture to it, because this is quite a touchy-feely journal because everything is quite old. I've used very old book pages, and I want it to look quite scrappy, if that makes sense. So this is a French book page, and then here I have used one of the packaging envelopes from the kit box. It's actually the one that the washi tape came in. Now, sometimes I take the label off. On this occasion I didn't, because I thought it quite fit the theme. I've simply stamped over the top, added a little label, and added one of these beautiful flower motifs. And then I've left the top open, and I've just stuck it down to the page as a pocket to pop these lovely tickets in. And then we've got different stitching up and down the side there. Again, doesn't need to be too neat, so, you know, don't overthink it. I've added one of these lovely transfer, these vellum stamps then to the other side. And again, you know, this is all about plants and things, and I didn't want to go too much over the top of that. I've used one of the stickers out of this book here. They're not stickers, sorry, they were tickets, vellum tickets. And again, flower transfer with a little bit of stamping underneath in the background. And I've gone for mostly this really dark coffee dye paper here, which I felt just really fit the theme nicely. Interestingly enough, how that is so dark on one side and so light on the other, but anyway, went with that. This is one of the square stickers, so that was left over from, I think, one of the pieces that I used in the front. So stuck that down, layered it down with a label with one of those vellum tickets, and added some of the washi, and then popped one of those lovely transfers there. And again, you can see where I've just used the stitching to just add a little bit more. It kind of frames things off nicely, I think. This is a very old French diary page. And I've just folded that over to make a little bit of a hidden writing spot there, bit of stamping. And again, I've just popped on these beautiful tickets on the side. And then I've just done a little bit of, I don't know why Alexa is pinging at me. She's got out on time. She's so rude. And then I put some washi tape this side. Again, I've used the stamp again here. Now these were these amazing journaling cards that came with the kit. Oh, I'll be able to pick them up in a minute. Super versatile. Actually slightly shiny, but they are matte. So I just stitched around them again, used different stitches to add a bit of decoration, and I just made a brilliant pocket. And then I've added that on top of another old book page, popped some of the vellum stickers on, which I've inked, and then some washi tape, and I just put a little sticker there just to add a little bit of interest. And then on the other side, I've popped a lovely little bee sticker ticket, and then some washi tape up the top. Again, the same here, a bit of washi tape, and I've used that stamp quite faintly there. And again, a bit of stitching just to add a bit of interest there. And the same here, layered the transfer over the top of the labels. I found that these transfers and the labels and the stamps kind of went together quite nicely, whilst leaving space. If I were to have very nice, neat handwriting and could do a bit of script, I would have just written something around that. But my handwriting is dire, so I didn't want to spoil it. And again, just used the leftover ink of a stamp to kind of do a faint, you know, that's not that the stamp doesn't work well. The stamp works very well, but I was kind of rubbing off the end of the ink, and I quite like that effect. I don't know if you can, hopefully you can see that up there. And again, I've just mixed and matched my stitching to just frame the edges. Just think it gives a nice margin sometimes. Again, with that lovely stamp. That was from an older box. It came in a little pack with different ephemeras, and I think it was one of the autumn ones actually. But I just thought that went quite nice with that page. Again, one of the vellum stamps and one of our labels. Now this here is the backing to one of the sticker pages. Now I was gonna like lob it, and I thought, well, hang on a sec, because it's matte. Let's leave it in place and you know, stamp on it. So I tried that then, it actually came out quite well. And I think the colour lift is, you know, it adds a little bit of a splash or something to it as well. So again, use the tickets there to make a bit of a tab. That's the sticker side. I've left that in place. Well, actually what I did, I put the yellow bit in, and then I cut two different stickers and then I added them back on. It's a bit of a haphazard way of doing it, but it worked well, and I've got different pages then. That's part of one of the sticker pages as well. I've added that down for it to look like washi. Stitch the edge then, and then a stamp and a transfer. And I've used here an old vintage book page, which I think is written in Greek, but I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. It was too long, the book page, so I've simply folded it up, and then I've made myself a nice big deep pocket. Added one of the little tiny stickers that were on the sticker sheet, which I don't have in front of me at the moment. And then I took two of the pages, and I've made a nice little pocket to go inside of the pocket there, so you could tuck something away in there quite privately. This is one of my Celtic Cross pages that I was doing for the JJ Shenanigans collaboration that I did with Rose also this week. And I just like that there, so I've added a bit of stitching, popped that in, and then added another one of these lovely pockets on the other side, and I've added one of the ephemera with just a bit of stitching again to add interest. This label was out of one of the older kits, so I liked it, so I've added that in. I thought the colour went nicely with the washi tape. And then here again, I've made a pocket out of a larger book page. I've collaged a little bit with some of those floral pages, and I've done the same here just to kind of tie it in. Bits of stamping, some of the lovely tiny little transfers. Oh, excuse me. And again, another one of those stickers there. Oh, and a little ticket with a beautiful little bird. But yeah, very pleased with that. Again, some haphazard stitching. This stamp here was from one of the earlier boxes as well. And again, another pocket in there. This also was from one of the earlier kits, as was this, but I sifted through because I wanted to add them in, and this is just a bit of packaging, so I just stuck that on top of that, kind of made it a little bit more solid, and then just made a bit of a collage effect thing there. And I have stuck it down completely. I could have left it as a pocket, but I didn't feel the need to do that, so I just wanted that to be a bit of a decorative page. And then in here then you've got journaling space if you wanted to write, and of course then it'll be kept out of eyes, but you could also write on that because that is a little notebook page there as well. So love that page. And then on the back again, I just collaged using some different papers from your creative studio, a ticket, and these great this box of labels was amazing. Just could do so many things with it. The other side of that book page pocket, again, I've just layered up some different elements, done a bit of stamping. Love those stamps. And again, the same here. So these two were out of older boxes, and I've just layered up with the sticker and the washi, the big label, bit of stamping. I just really like the way that that's laid out on that page there. This is the other half of that sticky page. Again, I've used some tickets just to create a bit of a tab. And then I've collaged on the back of this one. And again, quite like that effect. Use some stamps. That's out of the butterfly stamp from last month. Got another flip page here. Just added a nice floral sticker there with some stitching. And then on the inside then, there's a nice bit of writing space. And then this tag also is out of one of the earlier kits, as is this stamp. But this paper came with this kit. And this is part of one of these sticky sheets as well. So I've just placed that on there and then framed it with some of those floral stickers. So yeah, love that. Bit of collaging again, label, sticker, stamping, bit of paper, and then again the same here. So I've used one of the sticky notes again from a previous kit. I've layered the floral stickers and added some washi tape with some stitching. Stamped that page there, a little bit of a collage here, stamped on the top of the floral paper. And then here I've used another one of the cling stamp envelopes. That bit of washi there is out of my collection. I think that's the only thing that I added in. I just wanted a bit of, to just lift the colour a little bit. And then I've used some more packaging from a previous, I don't know actually what that came out of. No, it came with the paper pack. That's right, the paper was in there. But I just thought that went in there really nice. So again, you know, just collaging over the label of it. But again, I've left that in place. I think it looks quite cool. Stamped on the bottom of that page there, we've got lots of writing space. This little envelope here is also from one of the previous kits. I haven't stuck it down, so you can open it and write in there then if you should wish to do so. And there's also then writing space underneath. And I've used this little paper clip here because I couldn't find my flat one, so I will change that later, it's a bit bulky. Here then I've used a bit of my washi tape, stamped, and again that's one of the sticky notepads from one of the earlier boxes. That's from an earlier box, but I just thought it went really nicely with these floral stickers that were in the kit. Again, lots of writing space around there, which is great. Another pocket here made with those journaling cards, and again a bit of writing space there with a label. I've added some stickers and I've put in one of those stamps. A bit of collage here, again with other elements from the kit. And the same here, and again I've just added in a little bit of stamping for interest. Really actually enjoyed trying different things with collaging with the stuff that came with this. It really lends itself to collaging book page layouts. I've just literally put a little bit of linen on here, added one of those small sticker transfers, stamped over this label, and then added a bit of paper inside. But again, you could stick things in here, you could journal in here. Black pen would go with this quite nicely, but it's just a bit of colour then for the page. And then the back page then again, that's left then for journaling. And then in here at the back then you've got a lovely deep pocket to add in those extra journal cards. And that's just a really useful space. So that is pretty much it for my Your Creative Studio journal. I did want to just add in these clusters. I was hoping as I went through I might find somewhere suitable to put them, but now I've looked, it is actually looking quite full. So I'm wondering if I may leave the fabric clusters for another day, because I don't want to make it too bulky. I am just wondering if, oh, I knew I'd pick up the one I hadn't stitched. I suppose I could add that there, I guess, but I just love the flower underneath. But yeah, actually that does look quite nice. Maybe I'll pop that there just to add a bit of interest. And it's just a little pop of colour. I had seen some blue further along, which I thought it might go with quite nicely. But yeah, I'm being double-minded. Either that, or I did think I might pop it on there. Yeah, no, maybe I'll pop it on there because the blue is behind. Yeah, let's go with that. That's why I left that page blank. I remember now. My goodness. Okay. My glue hasn't yet warmed up, I don't think. It's not been very obliging this morning. Bit like me. I haven't yet warmed up this morning either. There we go. And yes, it's messy, but it's meant to be. There we are. Loving that. Yes, I like that there. So that's just a little bit of my stash there added to that page there. And like I say, I've just got a few more bits and pieces of the ephemera to add in. But that's it. She's pretty much done. So the only thing I will look to do now later is to just add some eyelets in and then a tie to close this up. But other than that, I'm really, really happy with the way the journal turned out. Super impressed that I've managed to do all of that and to create an entire journal with the contents of this month's box. So I'm going to leave it there today, guys. I hope you have a great weekend and I will be back with you very soon. Take care now. Bye.